Yo, this is gassing me up. This is gassing me up.
Did like festivals.
Oh! 2021 will be a good year. Yo, what's up, guys? I am KSI. This is Josh. Woo! And this is Vic. And today we are reacting to why 2020 will be a great year. Obviously, you saw the previous video where we...
You mean 2021, bro. 2020 wasn't
Wasn't a great
did I say 20?
It was not a great year.
For us, we did alright, you know. For us, we did alright for ourselves.
It was okay. It was okay.
No, 2020's been dreadful.
Yeah, it's been missed.
I'm just trying to look at positive spins on this, you know. We've already had the
this-
bad ones. This is the good one now.
This should be good.
We just had tier 4 announced as of recording this,
Yeah.
so it's not looking good.
I'm looking at Australia and I'm going, there's the goal. we
goals.
could
Too late.
be that.
We could never be like that.
London can never be that, you know. London can never be that.
Yeah.
No, give
Too
me...
many dons pass through London from all around the world all the time.
And there are a lot of idiots in this country. I'm just throwing it out there. But we'll move.
Wow.
What, so everyone in Australia is smart?
So you're saying, Vic?
Well, no, they're actually not. There's just less people, so it's less of a problem when people are doing dumb.
They're not,
less population
they're not
death.
as close together.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
anyway,
They can be
let's
idiots in
find
their
out.
own little circle.
Let's find out what we have to look forward to.
If you watched our show on why 2021 will be a terrible year, you might have gotten to the end of that and felt a happiness-sapping sense of hopelessness.
Yep.
But don't worry, viewers, today we're going to make things right. You're going to hear about a lot of silver linings around a big black cloud. Some bad things went down in 2020, but that doesn't have to mean
Some.
2021 will be another year from hell. In fact, we think things are going to work out pretty well next year.
So he said the opposite last video.
Innit?
Yeah.
This is hypocritical. He can't say, oh yeah, we think this is going to happen. Last time he said we think next year's going to be worse.
The YouTube game.
Here's how. That thing called COVID-19 was hung over us like a storm that just wouldn't go away. Every time you turned on the TV or fired up the computer, the news was the same. Sickness and death on repeat. We're hoping those days will soon be over, and we have every right to feel optimistic. As we write this, the news is telling us that the American biotech firm called Moderna has a vaccine for COVID-19, and the preliminary results after testing 30,000 people show it has a 94.5% efficacy rate. That was much better than anyone expected this early in the game, with the US's leading infectious disease expert Anthony Fauci calling the vaccine stunningly impressive. That's music to the ears of anyone who's currently locked down and praying for this virus to go away.
Thing is, though, there's a lot of people that aren't going to take this vaccine.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen a lot of...
We're going to start the old anti-vax debate.
Well, there's a lot of people who are like, no, I don't trust it. I don't trust it, blah, 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 blah.
Loads of people say that. It's quite weird.
I'm just there like, yo, if it means we can get through to next year and everything's better, then I'm going to take it, man.
Wait till these people want to go on holiday and the airline say, have you been vaccinated? They'll be
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Okay, I'll go and get it.
I like the Jamaican politicians' view on it, where he was just like, let them take it first. It works for them, and it works for us.
One local politician has courted controversy after making comments which could undermine public confidence in a COVID-19 vaccine.
We understand that there is a vaccine out, more than one vaccines around. But, you know, sometimes when something new come out, you can't just run into it because you don't know what effects it might have on you. So we want the big countries, them like America and Canada and England, go ahead and take the vaccine and let us see how it works for a little while before we rush into it. Not true? Yes, that's the safest thing to do. Yeah, so after that now, and we say, yes, it's working, everything good for those people, then we can, next year, we can say, all right, come our time now, we're ready to take it, eh?
them big countries like UK and USA, let them happy try it.
Let them actually try it. You man try it first. If you man do it, I'll do it.
It'll take time, but we believe that by the time 2021 rolls around, there will be significantly less fear and worry around the world. In fact, we're pretty sure that as spring comes, people are going to be out in the streets celebrating as if a great war has been won.
Come on!
Imagine
Come on.
Come on!
Come on, you anti-COVID.
Let's go!
We should have like anti-COVID day.
Anti-COVID day. Oh.
Yeah, like a new bank holiday where we just celebrate. We have a party
We
on the
need
streets.
to throw a COVID is over Sidemen party.
Yeah, that's
that.
it wasn't in the
Instead of a 10 mil
works.
party, it'll be
Yo.
a COVID is over party.
You get a vaccine on the door.
I am going to get absolutely fucked fucked.
JJ has one
I
drink
think we
and
should
just
film
passes
that. I
out.
think it should be a Sidemen Sunday. The Sidemen COVID is over party. Just spend 100 racks on a party. Put it
Jesus
on Sidemen
Christ.
channel.
100, right? Is that it?
You're right. Oh, wait, what? What the fuck are you going to do?
Think how many parties we would have had.
Bro.
I want a dragon to swoop down as part of the party.
Yeah, bro.
I want fireworks that spell out our names.
Every single one of us.
There are those that predicted another Great Depression happening, which doesn't bode well for 2021, but there are also a lot of analysts talking about V-shaped recoveries in many countries. This has become much more of a reality since those vaccines became the news of the day. As for the economy, some people predict that people will spend big once lockdown and social distancing restrictions
we've
have been
agreed to
lifted.
that.
But there are cautious voices too, who predict that people might now have a save for a rainy day mindset. It's true that once the Great Depression was over, quite a lot of people lived for years after as if one might come again. They stuck bundles of cash under the bed waiting for the worst to happen. Nonetheless, we didn't have another Great Depression, and so we think the bounce back from COVID-19 will be bouncy. It's guesswork if we ask when COVID will finally end in terms of it killing large swaths of people, but even before the new vaccines were being tested, some experts predicted that normalcy would return to society in the spring of 21. People are going to be eating out more,
Eat out, help out.
socializing more, and generally just enjoying their freedom. Just imagine the joy people will feel when all those social restrictions have been lifted. We're going to go out on a limb here and say that by May 2021, there's going to be a lot of happiness in the air and a lot of people being very friendly to each other.
Yo, this is gassing me up. This is gassing me up.
Dude, like festivals.
Oh, bro.
I've noticed that already anyway. Don't you think, like, if you go out on the street, people are nicer these days?
Maybe.
Maybe I've got a friendly face.
Yeah,
I don't know. People have like been more friendly, and like, if I speak to someone, they're much more like receptive.
I feel like next year you will see a lot more friendlier people. There's a lot of people who are just angry.
I mean, I'm not surprised people are angry. To be fair,
Online, there's way more like angry, like
true.
people like venting like all of their frustrations on like people like us. It's
Like
mad.
just
we just get abused daily these days.
just get
No matter what we do, we just get abused.
just get,
I'd say-
no matter what
I'd-
you say.
I'd say next year definitely. Like hopefully there'll be more people who are happy, less cancelled people online. Everything will just be blessed.
In an ideal world.
Nah, it'll be the best, man. I can't. Oh, bro.
The last time
speak
you watched this
into
video,
it.
it was like it'd be a bad year, and it was awful.
Yeah.
Which one is it going to be? Which
It's
one are
going
we
to be
going
a
to
bit of
have?
both. Bit of column A, bit of column
We got
B, let's be
COVID-20
honest.
these days. Got this new strand in the southeastern London.
Built different. Built different.
Built different
COVID
over
in
in
London is
London.
built different.
The rest of Europe had just locked us off. What do you mean?
Oh yeah, true. Shit. And yeah, Brexit as well. Oh my god.
Yeah, this is for US as
Like-
well. You're forgetting this is in
Like,
UK.
give me more good things. Shut up. You're
Okay,
ruining
yeah,
it.
sorry.
You're ruining it.
Regular life will seem like a blessing after the horror of 2020. For a while, you're
it's
going to
me.
feel a natural high every
Great
day.
bit.
And then as the year passes, you can go back to being grumpy. We think masses of people will receive the vaccine in the
grumpy
spring
cat.
and summer, and by the time September is here, herd immunity will be well on its way. The summer's going to be just great, possibly the best summer you've ever had. As Bill Gates said in an
of
interview,
course.
COVID won't just completely disappear, but you can bet in 2021 your life will return to normal again.
You can bet. Bill
Yo,
Gates said
what?
that.
Is
That's
that
Bill Gates'
Bill?
verified statement.
Is that you, Bill?
You know
Do you
what? I'm
believe
really
him?
scared. I'm really scared that like in like 8 months, someone's gonna clip this video and send it to us when we're still in the
Yeah.
bin, and it's gonna be us smiling like, in mid 2020 you'll return to normal. And we're just there, just crying.
We're like, well, London's just moved into tier 5 restrictions now.
There are riots everywhere. North Korea released a nuke.
okay.
I don't think they're doing that.
We've learned a lot of valuable lessons. The vast majority of people who got COVID-19 came out on the other side in one piece. That wasn't everyone, unfortunately, but most people survived without having any negative long-term health problems. One thing we know now is we should take care of our bodies, so we have stronger constitutions to help us through times of sickness. We believe that post-COVID, there will be a lot more people in the world that exercise and try to live a healthier lifestyle. We've had our warning. Now we're not going to ignore our health again. Trust us, gyms and parks are going to be packed full in 2021.
I definitely see that.
Yeah, that is a
Makes sense,
weird
yeah.
upside.
Yeah.
In the last few years, it's been a crazy uptake anyway. Like since like we all started like actually exercising like 5 years ago, I feel like the whole world has shifted around it.
Well, you just go on Instagram and you just see
Yeah,
people
everywhere.
ripped all
Fitness
the
and
time.
lifestyle.
Yeah, man, and they're always happy, man. And there's a reason.
I mean, that's
just...
also because they're
That's
on
also Instagram.
That's how Instagram
Yeah,
works.
no, yeah.
I mean, if I flash on Instagram now, everyone's got a smile on their face. No one's there just crying on my Instagram feed. Everyone's just traveling around the world from last year, apparently.
Let's mix it up.
They're all smiling at me.
Let's do some sad boy Instagram posts.
Oh my god. But normally, if you are in shape and, you know, you feel good about yourself, then you are normally happy.
I think it's more the effects of working out would make you happier.
Well, yeah, it releases endorphins and all of that. It just, yeah.
Endorphins.
I like endorphins.
Endorphin. It releases dolphins.
It releases dolphins into the wild.
An article published in the British Medical Journal in 2020 explained that doctors in some areas saw something strange happen in 2020. Cases of flu amongst children were down significantly. One doctor said, sure, kids not mingling at school made a difference, but she also said people were much more serious about personal hygiene. She thinks that this is part of the new normal. People just washing their hands more and not sneezing into other people's faces. Maybe COVID has made humanity cleaner.
People did that?
Yeah, just on the tube. I don't know, spat on them.
Yo, if someone sneezed in my face, they're getting punched. I don't care. Nah, man.
I saw that image of like us on the tube and someone accidentally sneezing without about to catch it in time. You just turn around and go, bang!
Bang! Dropped.
I think you might get arrested for that, lad.
Yeah,
I probably
you would.
will. But no. But like, if my man had COVID and he's sneezing on me,
How do you know
I
COVID?
still don't think it justifies an uppercut. I think you'd end up in a cell, to be honest.
Maybe COVID has made humanity cleaner. With so much less activity in the world, the air got cleaner too. In 2020, NASA satellites showed that in many big cities around the world, air pollution was dramatically reduced. Okay, so when people have the freedom again to move around, maybe that'll go back to normal, but some experts think not. One environmental economist at Stanford University predicted that this cleaner air will save thousands of lives. Maybe when people understand this positive effect, they'll be a lot more responsible about burning oil. He said, in this respect, COVID has taught us to think about the future. Now, let's talk about goodwill. You might not know this, but during the crisis, a lot of very good people have been doing good things for others. In the UK, the government said it needed National Health Service volunteers. The number of people that said they'd like to help was more than 750,000. In lots of countries, people volunteered to go shopping for those who couldn't get out. We saw singing from balconies. We saw communities coming together. This can only be good for the future. You and your neighbors might be closer than you've ever been before. It's time to light up the barbecue in 2021 and invite all those helpful neighbors around for a beer and a burger. As for inside the house, okay, some folks were driven up the wall by their families during lockdowns, but many people reported getting closer to their families. When the virus is finally gone, maybe you'll find you have a better relationship with all those around you. Not only that, many people said during lockdown they learned to cook better. Others got into gardening, and some folks spent some time fixing up their house. If anything, your house is going to be a better place to live in 2021. In 2020, we struggled, but we learned to get along. In 2021, we'll see the fruits of our understanding and kindness. As for work, there was a hell of a lot of bad news in 2020. Lots of people lost their job during the pandemic.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to find out how work can be better next year.
Well,
I think it's created a lot of new...
There'll be, new jobs.
It's new jobs, new industries now.
Like what?
A lot of online businesses will come through. You'll probably find a lot more like people making money like online PTs and stuff. Like just the people's openness to using stuff online or just
OnlyFans.
Nonetheless, some people were able to carry on working at home.
so that's working. Look.
Maybe some of you like going to the office, but it can also get very expensive paying for gasoline or public transport. On top of that, there are those...
What's going on there then?
Are they fucking? Wait.
Don't make it mad, bro. The dog's just waking the guy up. Alright, chill.
Bro, no, bro. Like
Chill,
the way they were
don't make it
moving,
weird.
man.
Don't make it weird.
Bro,
man.
look at that. Bro, they're fucking.
Done now.
Fewer cars on the streets also means less pollution.
You got a dirty mind, lad.
We found reports that told us during the pandemic a lot of people started learning new skills so they could work from home. Forbes called this new trend more than fleeting, explaining that the number of people Googling phrases such as free online course and online courses has never been so high in the history of the internet. People are not lying down and accepting defeat. In 2020, they got online and started learning new things. In 2021, we imagine there will be a lot of people out there earning cash from their new skills. In the UK, one survey found that a whopping 24% of respondents were currently learning something new online.
I guess you could say drug dealers have profited.
What?
Why?
How has that come into your thought, though?
What?
Explain your thought process, how you come to that decision.
I'm just thinking, like, obviously there's a lot of people who are stressed out, so a lot more people would need, certain drugs to, take the edge off.
If anything, there's probably less. There's probably less because there's less.
What, their supply chains all down the drain?
Oh, yeah,
and
very
there's
true,
less
yeah.
recreational use. Like, people aren't going to just be popping pills with their family.
People aren't going to festivals, you know?
Like, I'd imagine it's probably down.
Oh, snap.
Sit with their mum at dinner with their jaws swinging.
Like, I don't think a lot of people would get away with that, to be honest.
Damn, so what? Even drug dealers are getting hit. Damn.
Yeah, probably.
One guy that Forbes interviewed said he learned website design and development, and it helped him to launch a second company. Not everyone locked down spent all their time watching Netflix and disaster news. From what we can see, lockdown helped a lot of people. The World Economic Forum 2018 Future of Jobs report told us 54% of all employees would need new skills by 2022. Well, it couldn't have predicted that many of those people were locked down in 2020 and they learned those new skills. Tech companies also have come up with new apps to help people work remotely and stay connected online. These tools are here to stay and will only get better in 2021. What this also means, of course, is that next year you might find yourself applying for a job in a city or a town far from where you live. Just look online at the moment and look at who's hiring for remote positions. It's very possible right now to work in expensive New York and live in a small community on the other side of the country. Some companies have been forced to do this, but they've found that it actually works. It's likely that a lot of companies won't go back to how they did things pre-pandemic. The world, people, is now your oyster. Some people have said that this will have another benefit for many people. That is, if businesses are no longer using large office spaces, then property prices around those spaces might come down.
We hope, because London is too goddamn expensive.
High-paid employees often drive up prices when they move into town, but that will become less of a problem in the coming years. At the same time, if students spend less time on campus, perhaps educational institutions won't have to spend as much time on infrastructure. There's a good chance that formal online learning will bring the cost of education down.
So would that mean uni fees would be lower?
Probably not.
They need to be.
Because they'd be scamming. They'd be scamming.
I mean, yeah, $9,000.
If you paid $9,000 a year to go uni this
Oh,
year,
Yeah,
I really feel for you.
That's daylight robbery.
And what if you don't feel like staying in your country? Well, there are a growing number of people in the world today that call themselves digital nomads. In the past, the option of working in another country might have been alien to you, but right now it's more of a possibility. Not only will 2021 be the year when we see more remote workers than ever before, but we expect more of those workers to work and travel at the same time. You might not have seen this, but quite a few countries now offer long-term visas for remote workers. One of the best things is some of those countries don't have a high cost of living.
Sidemen to Costa Rica.
I'm down, bro.
We can be digital nomads, though. Like, we need to get that's the hard part, is getting visas everywhere. As long as I can take a PC somewhere, it's like I have to transport a PC and a microphone.
Imagine if we did like a world tour. We did like Sidemen, like go to like 7 different countries over 7 weeks and like vlogging all
7 weeks?
different videos. But we're doing videos.
I'm saying we could just go move to like some random town in like Portugal,
Then what?
and it'd be like, the cost of living be cheaper. We'd have more room to do stuff.
True.
Portugal and Mexico both make it fairly easy for someone to stay a while and work, and Croatia
See, I told you.
Talking about Portugal.
digital nomad visa. Imagine spending next year on a beach in a foreign country using your newly learned skills to support yourself. This doesn't have to be a dream. It's more possible than ever. Well, once borders open,
Which are now closed.
Well, yeah, about that.
in August of 2020,
Yeah,
the
living
website
life.
Skyscanner said it was seeing a 368% increase in searches. Other surveys showed that lots of people were interested in traveling as 2020 crawled along, and many of those people had the first few months of 2021 in mind for a leaving date. That's you on vacation in 2021.
Come
That's
on,
not so
that's us,
bad,
look.
is it? Then
That
there are
is
all the
us.
activities you missed that are more than
Nice.
likely all coming back. You'll be
No
able
buts.
to go see a movie at a theater again. You'll be able to go watch your favorite sports team in a stadium. Festivals
Hey.
and concerts should come back.
Hey.
as
Sign on
well as
stage, look.
festivals. Just imagine how good they'll feel after being banned for so
Yeah,
long.
Big
Come on,
JB.
the
Justin
Biebs.
Bieber concert will feel divine. June
love
2nd
the
in
vibe,
San
yes.
Diego. Mark it on your calendar.
Come on, the fellas.
2020 has been
See you
a
there.
great big wart on the history of mankind. So let's be glad that right now most of the world isn't at war. Let's remember that we've come a long way in terms of how we treat each other. Economic inequality is still a big problem, but a century ago things were much worse. You might now be thinking about learning a digital skill and moving to a European country with amazing beaches when a century ago, if you weren't born into the right family, your options were pretty dire. So there you go. In 2021, you might feel closer to your family. You might live in a world that cares more than ever about hygiene, health, and fitness. You might live in communities that are tighter than ever before. You might have learned new skills and are using them in 2021 to earn a living in a beautiful foreign country. Your skies might be cleaner and your roads might be less congested. What's not to like about 2021? And don't forget the big news we told you in the other less optimistic 2021 show. Keeping Up with the Kardashians will at last have its final season. What an amazing year it's gonna be.
Oh, for God's sake.
Guys got bands. Guys got bands.
You got to give a little positive spin at the end, you know?
Yeah. No, you know what?
Hopefully he's right then. Hopefully this one is right. Hopefully the last one was wrong.
2021 will be a good year. It will
There we
be
go.
a good year.
You know, let's manifest.
Yeah, let's leave it at that.
It's on
that's
us
it.
and it's on you guys. A good year.
We'll make it a great year.
Woo!
In a bit. Boom.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought